Hi everyone, my name is Katya. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. Last week I didn't record a video once again, but I really did have a good reason for that. Well, here we are back to Moscow with really nice flowers and this chimenea, which my mother gave me a couple of weeks ago. It was a little present for my gray apartment. This gives it a bit of more coziness, and I've been recording some songs this night, and so I decided to stay here because this was my outline for the thing. Basically, we went to Dubai for the first time with my little sister, who is my let's call her soulmate. Even though we have a really huge difference in age, we have 16 years of difference, and she's 13 right now, and it was her first time abroad. And maybe in this video it would be a good idea to share my impressions of Dubai, of the country, which in my list this is the 38th country. And even though I really wanted to go to a place where I had already been, because it's quite a responsibility to bring a little sister with me, and here it's digamos, let's say it's like a place on earth where I hadn't been much. I don't know much about the culture or the local I don't know, so the surprises that could await for us there, even though obviously it would be a mixture of things that I had already experienced, because I had worked in Malaysia, I've been around the world, and in Russia we've always had students from all over the globe. When I used to organize international parties in the year 2018, maybe I mentioned it here already, but we used to have 60 plus countries. So representatives of so many countries were present at our events, and obviously I even recorded a vlog with the guy who was living, like, he studied at Gorny Institute in St. Petersburg, but he had previously lived in, like, for the preparatory year of learning Russian, which is like goes extra before you basically enter university to study the thing that you want, your career. Before that you study Russian, and this is like enough culture shock already. But the Arabic guy, unfortunately I don't remember his name, but it was a bit complicated, I remember. He spoke a bit of Russian, but he used to live in Voronezh, and Voronezh is a really small, not pretty city, which, well, I don't know if it, let's say city, but it was such a shock for me, because the guy living in St. Petersburg, he bought like 3 cars, 3 Mercedes. I don't know if he bought a flat, but I remember he was driving this Mercedes, and I was like, what were you doing in Voronezh? Oh my god, it was so weird. Because obviously, okay, Dubai has its reputation of being the luxurious capital of the world, or at least one of those places. Everything is very expensive, and us Russians, we always see this place as this concentration of rich people, and everybody, all the vloggers, all the Russian info businessmen live there right now. So it's like this cliche thing. Also the girls thing, there's a lot of cliches about Slavic girls there. Obviously it's partly true, partly not, and I can't say, like, it still somehow was never on my list, as well. It's kind of close from here, 6 hours away. But then when I was little, families used to travel to Turkey or Egypt, and I remember it to be like Currently, it would be equivalent of like $70 a week in Turkey, like 15 years ago. Currently, this would be equivalent to that. Maybe back then it was like $300 for 1 week, everything included. I can't imagine this. So yeah, it used to be very cheap to go there, but somehow my parents preferred traveling around Russia. We always took our car, and they drove me to the Black Sea or somewhere. We went to Karelia, which is north of St. Petersburg. There are two huge lakes, and the nature is beautiful. So you could fish, you could like pick mushrooms. It was nice, but still, it's different, you know. So yeah, somehow we never went abroad, and this part was unexplored. And I only went to Istanbul once. 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, so I never went to Turkey for a beach vacation, and Egypt I haven't been yet. So now in winter, it was my birthday. A happy 30 years, by the way. So I am 30 currently. I'm quite happy about it. Obviously, I wanted to celebrate it somewhere, not here in winter, because this winter is extremely somehow warm. And it makes it dark, right? When you don't have snow, it gets dark. Well, yeah, and it was quite depressing already in the beginning of January. And I was thinking, okay, where could we go? And then it kind of seemed okay, because the temperature in Dubai was showing like around 26 degrees. It's quite okay. Obviously, I heard that the water would be cold, but this time, maybe because like my sister was like, "Oh, okay, Dubai sounds nice." Maybe for her, Dubai sounded more fancy and attractive compared to Maldives, even. Well, and for me, it was important that she would like it, even though it's my birthday. But you know. Why would I bring her somewhere where she wouldn't like to be, or where it doesn't sound as cool? If Dubai is closer and it's really, well, for me also the second tick would be that it's one more country on my list, right? So going somewhere and spending all the budget for a country that doesn't make you this tick, well, the travelers would get me, right? This new place makes a difference, and obviously now I have a better idea about the world, and this is the goal. Well, let's talk about the trip a bit. 6 hours from here, from Moscow, super nice to travel. Yeah, better than from St. Petersburg, because sometimes from St. Petersburg they would send you like with this layover in Moscow, which happened with me like last vacation that I had in March. So really good, like infrastructure wise, logistics was good, but when I was buying the tour, obviously I wanted everything included somehow, so that we wouldn't, you know, running around there trying to find food. Maybe, I don't know, I just really like this. It wouldn't be full packages in Turkey, they have all included. I never had that either, but in Maldives I used to have this breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I think I was alone from all the thing. I was by myself having lunch there, but it was so cool because the food was so great, and I didn't have to really, you know, every day running around searching for food. So it was nice, and I thought this time I would do the same, so I included all the food. Maybe had a plus over it, because for breakfast we also have like this, apart from buffet, we would have also like a la carte menu, right? And it was like, wow, we actually ate a lot. Yeah, I have to say we ate a lot. It was a bit of a shock getting there as well. I wanted to take a really like okayish or good airlines. So I first pick up airlines and then already like the hours, etc. And basically I didn't notice that the flight wouldn't be directly to Dubai. We flight first to Abu Dhabi. So the flight was to a different city. which was like 2 hours away from Dubai. And I figured it out only like several days after when I bought the thing, the whole package, and I was like, okay. I texted them, and they would be like not so surprised about it, my family. But I was like, oh my god, it's like another city. It makes a difference when you get there and also when you get back. But well, it was so nice to see the sun. We arrived in the evening and it was the how do you call it? Sunset, sorry. This really red sun. The sun was going down, and basically we got into the car, and as the tour operator is Russian, so we already spoke Russian in the airport, so it wasn't so much of a shock for my sister. But when we were in the line for the passport control there, yes, because firstly there was this mixture of nationalities, which even for me, almost my 40th country, but it was extreme, yeah, because there were people who would be like, how do you call it, kicking their bags on the floor. They would be talking too loud, coming too close to you. In there, it was a bit of like, I was worried because for her it's not something that she experienced, and like getting like this harsh into this diversity, I thought she would be maybe, a bit scared. But it was fine. Then for some reason, like, she's a baby, like she's a kid, so we should go together, as I am like responsible for her. But for some reason there, they wouldn't mind, and they would say, you go first, and they sent her to another counter or whatever it's called. And she was like so lost, because they foreigners, another nation, another everything, language, because she speaks English a bit, but it was her first time. And she was so lost. She was like, I didn't know where to go, and they sent you to one place, but there was another person there, so she didn't understand whether she should wait or what. And she was like almost crying there, and I was like, shh, it's okay. And they helped her, and then she passed, and then with English, like photo and those words, she could already understand. So the surprise of let's go cultural continued. Like, there were quite a few surprises. To cut it short, the drive was quite long, and it was nice seeing all the mosques, the white little like small buildings. I really like white color in architecture, and those palm trees, which are by themselves already make me happy. Okay, so I was like, palm tree, I'm fine. I was already like this. But then I was surprised because we got to Dubai, and then this Dubai Marina, it's called. So the area that all the bloggers are I don't know if in your country it's also the same, but all the vloggers stayed there, and it's like pretty and blah blah. And someone got out of the car there. Yeah. And then we continued going, and there was like nothing. So the city was like this, boom, skyscrapers, this, and then boom, flat. And then like I was trying to see the Burj Khalifa, right? So the tallest building in the world. And I was like, where is it? We're already in the town. And there wasn't. And it was like a bit cloudy or kind of smoggy thing. So we were driving, and I was like kind of seeing some sparkling lights over there, and I was saying, my sister, watch, see, you see the Burj Khalifa over there? And she was like, no, Katya, you're stupid, like this is just a random light on the street. I'm like, no, it's there. And she was like, no. And so only like, I don't know, and it was like a lot of traffic, and after like 30 minutes we could see it well, and it was like the hotel quite close to the downtown, and there would be another part of the city with all those skyscrapers. Well, sitting next to Moscow city, maybe it's a bit weird talking like that about Dubai. Obviously it's like super pretty. I really like the city, even though it does have a lot of critics, from Russians, from foreigners. Well, it's artificial, built like on the desert, and so it's not like, all new and all that. But Moscow City is like this as well, right? Everything more or less flat. Like there you don't see buildings like this, and those are wow, yeah, like really tall and high. And this one, the tallest, has 100 floors, around 105 or 95, so around there. It is quite high and tall, but there it was like boom here, and it was like this line, the road along the sea, right? So along the shore, and there would be like this again flat space in between, and then the skyscrapers there, right? So it was like a bit okay. Why is it so flat here? So it was curious for me. It was something that I didn't know about Dubai. Then I was really surprised. I heard that the worst taxi there would be like Tesla. We took taxi once because we had transfer from the hotel to the city center, but this taxi cost us 1,000 rubles for 15 minutes ride, and I thought it was cheap. This one was not expensive, because sometimes when I, for example, I would coming back home late at night on Sunday evening, or Saturday evening, sorry, it would be like 1,500 here. So yeah, I mean, it was fine. But then, the prices for getting on top of Burj Khalifa, this one, I didn't actually count well before coming there. I didn't have, of course I had enough cash, but we planned to go to the desert, we planned to go to safari park for my sister, and also like, walking around, also buying souvenirs and blah blah. So it was, I think, way too expensive for us, because we are two, right? There's two of us. We would get up and spend like $300 just for getting up, and this was something that I didn't expect. So it was kind of a pity, because of obviously like it was super nice, like the pictures from there at night, like I prefer the night pictures. My sister also, like, she wanted to climb up there, and I was like, sorry, maybe next time. It was a pity. Also just I will know that next time, because I also only brought cash. And I was quite surprised about the way they treated us during the trip. So everything was like polite and everything, but the way they sell, it was quite aggressive. And I am a saleswoman. I work in it, and I know how to defend myself, because I know when someone starts selling things to me or pushing. And it was way too much for me. I was barely standing and defending us with my sister, because they would bother her, seeing that I say no, and it would be like quite aggressive. I found it not very nice, because like I really started feeling not as calm after that. Even though the tour was perfect, all good, but then we also got to the place, and then they said, okay, we'll give you food like in 1 hour. And I was like, okay, but we have food included. Yeah, but like, wait, for now you can only pay and buy it. Yeah, and I had like something else included, or they would draw something on your hand. Henna, it's called. So also like, I said, well, let's go there. And before us, there were like a lady with her daughter, and they would like the lady that was painting, they would paint all the arms, cover everything with the painting, the drawing. And then my sister sat there, and somehow she would like change the face, and she would be like, okay, and just one flower and one finger, one finger. And I was like, what is it? Sorry, we do have it included. And she would put this face really not nice at all, and say like extra is for pay, and it was like expensive. I didn't like it. So we only could have like really and not very good coffee, and that's it for 1 hour. And I was like, man, it's getting cold, and like, why should we wait? But well, it was my birthday actually. It was my birthday. I was like all makeup, and I was like wearing this dress. The pictures were beautiful, and the ride, because we had this ride around the desert, was super nice. And I also talked to people. I talked to a Polish girl. She was there with her mom, and she said my English was good. And then I talked to a Kazakh girl with her Czech boyfriend, but they are living in Czech Republic, and I was listening to them. What language are they speaking? And it was Czech language, but she's Kazakh, so we spoke Russian. From Kazakhstan. Yeah, and I got to know other people. It was nice, just this small thing. And I thought that evening, wow, and us Russians, we also had this reputation of being not nice. And my career right now is I work with Latin Americans for already, I've been working for 7 years, right? So for 5 years I have my vlog in Spanish, so I purely day-to-day work in Spanish and record videos before it was English for some years, 5 years, right, and now Spanish. And they are super nice, even though like one day I received so many negative comments on my Russian YouTube channel, and I said, why am I doing this if people are so negative about me? But this is the reality of life. Just people comment and they feel free saying things as if they knew you or something like this. But when I started my YouTube channel in Spanish, they really treated me so well. Oh my God. They would be just saying, oh my God, you speak so well, this pretty girl, this, da, da, da. And just like, always motivating me. And I really had success with my channel in Spanish. But I mean, I thought this time in Dubai that how much of a challenge it is for them to get to Russia and see that people are simply not smiling. And sometimes in like some organization like university, you can have this guardian, the doors, who would shout at you. Sometimes it happens. It's still it's getting better year to year really, but sometimes it happens. Normally people would be super nice. Yeah, last time I took a train, I thought, why are people so nice to me? Going to my hometown. But I mean, really, everyone could be nicer, right? Like they say, being nice costs $0. And maybe this kind of situation when, there's tourists. And of course, it's your job to sell and you live from this, but why talking to me like that? I was like super pissed that the lady wouldn't paint anything on the hand of my sister, and she would talk not nicely to me. Why? Right? And so I've never been this kind of person to my foreign friends or whoever. Maybe it depends on the person, but as well this cultural thing. I think it's good to analyze and basically just take into account and creating new scenarios for you that you can, still smile or still have the respect for the other person. They don't have to buy this stupid hat or whatever, because it wasn't even hot in the desert. It was like 22 degrees, and they were selling like for $30 this whatever you cover your head with. And we were like, what? No, thank you. And just like, this makes you feel this in some way. And yeah, maybe it's something that was interesting. Apart from that, I really like the city. I don't know how it feels when it's plus 40 degrees, but yeah, I thought it reminded me of Kuala Lumpur. It reminded me my stay in Chicago in the year 2023, maybe a bit of Santiago de Chile. So all this modern architecture is something I really like. I don't like St. Petersburg kind of architecture. I'm not that much into history, into this old outlines, so I prefer something more modern. So I liked it. I like the palm trees, even though the palm trees could be not, well, I mean, they are different from tropical countries where there would be like green. There they were really dry, and the sun, even though it was like plus 23, the sun was burning. Yeah, that would be it, I think. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, but for living there, one should decide, because it gets expensive sometimes, and you have to understand the price you're paying and why you're choosing this place. Because I really missed Russia as well. I came here and it was like, okay, I go buy this. Here the quality of life is amazing. It's just so amazing. This, proportion, the ratio of the opportunities, and the, like, you can do business, you can do a lot of things and get good money. Even the guys who are delivery men, they get good salary right now, and you can live really well with all the budget. You can find solutions for yourself, and then the prices are really decent. You can get anything. I can get delivery right now. It would be like 11 p.m. I would just get delivery in 15 minutes or 10 minutes, any food, and so it's quite nice. Yeah, so I missed Russia. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really like how I sound in English right now. Maybe it's because I practiced a bit during my trip. Yeah, I also motivated my sister. We saw the Squid Game. We watched the second season and then the first, because my sister hadn't seen it, and she got motivated and started learning Korean. You can imagine. And that was quite surprising, because she really got into Duolingo and spent like 3 days there. So yeah, it was nice. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. My Instagram is Katya, and see you next week. Bye bye.